Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video is all about this guy, the Powerbeats Pro, and this guy, the JLab Epic Air Sports. You may wonder why I've got two sets of wireless earbuds. Well, I do a lot of running and I often find that headphones always fall out of my ears no matter what I get. I just can't get comfy, they always fall out. So I looked into over the ear kind of hook earbuds, and that's when I came across the Powerbeats Pro. So, you know, top of the range, wireless sports earbuds by Beats. However, they were £170. And I just wasn't sure whether I wanted to splash out that amount of money for a headset, which I didn't really know I would enjoy that much. I wasn't, like with headphones, you don't know what the sound quality will be like. You have to trust reviews, YouTube videos, but you can't yourself hear how good they sound. And the other issue for me was that I'd never used wireless headphones, so I wasn't convinced that the Bluetooth would work consistently and that the battery life would be great. So before I splashed out on these guys, the Powerbeats Pro, I went and looked around the market and tried to find an equivalent product for a cheaper price. And by far the most common one I came across were these guys, the JLab Epic Air Sports headphones. And yeah, these were £100 at the time. I think they may be 120 now, but you know, at least £50 cheaper. So it was worth me going for it. And when I got them, yeah, I mean, I'll get them out of the box for you. Well, I'll show you inside. They're two wireless earbuds. They come in this charging case. And yeah, they've got the hooks on the side. You'll see they don't have any buttons. So where you can see the JLab logo kind of right there on the top, that is a finger sensitive button. So push it to go the volume up, the other one for volume down. You can track skip, you can change the sound mode. And yeah, I found them great so far. If I take them out of the box, you can see kind of the size of the tip and the shape of the earbud. I'm not quite focusing. Come on, there we go. Well, yeah, you get the idea. There we go, that's better. They, for me, they're really, really comfortable. The tip, this blue one, fits in my ear perfectly. They didn't move at all. I could run, go to the gym, do exercise. And these guys just, yeah, didn't fall out at all. They felt really, really comfortable. And the sound quality was absolutely fantastic. Much, much better than I expected for what I thought was going to be a cheaper product. But yeah, the fit was really, really good. And the sound quality was just, you know, fantastic. There were 3 modes. I think I used the JLab special mode, and I mean, I listened to kind of pop, rock, indie, a bit of jazz, but really kind of upbeat music is where they use the most. So yeah, it is kind of big driving rock beats and yeah, a big full sound. They sounded just really, really good. And because they come in this charge case, with the earbuds themselves, you get, I think, 15 hours charge, 15 hours use when they're fully charged. But the case itself, because it's a power bank, so if I close it and open the bottom, you'll see there's a little charging cable that flips out. It actually gives you 70 hours, so you can charge this guy up and you go out and about, and if you're traveling and you haven't got a plug socket, pop the earbuds in and it charges them back up. Yeah, 70 hours from one of these is just fantastic. And yeah, I'm rarely having to plug this in to charge it. They just go on and on and on. And yeah, that's the positive. So they were cheaper than the Powerbeats Pro. The sound was just absolutely amazing. The case was really, really good, and the battery life was really, really good. However, I had constant issues with the kind of finger controls. So with my iPad, you could tap the volume up, tap it to go down, track skip, change sound mode, pause a call, works absolutely fine. And it seems that they're designed to work well with Apple products. My main phone I take out for running is an Android, it's a Galaxy smartphone. And for that, it was just super, super glitchy. Most of the time, one earbud worked, the other one didn't. I could rarely track skip. The volume up and down was absolutely useless. Don't know whether it's my particular set of the earbuds. They seem to be updated to the latest software or firmware. But yeah, with Apple, they worked absolutely flawlessly. But with Android, it was pretty trash, to be honest. I just could never get them to work. And also the Bluetooth connectivity was a bit glitchy. I found on times if I'm running and I kind of turn my head, somehow it would cut the connection. It was just really, really frustrating. Even more so, they fit absolutely perfectly in my ears. They feel really, really good. And the sound quality is fantastic. But yeah, it's just got so annoying when you're out on the run, really getting into it, and it cuts out, or you want to bring the volume up, bring it down, kind of skip a track. You've pretty much got to get your phone out and do it manually, which is not what I wanted. I wanted to have the option to just quickly tap to do all the controls. So that's really where they've let me down. So I guess if you've got an iPhone or using it for an iPad, then they're perfect. If you haven't, then just beware. Mine are glitchy, and it could be that the rest of them are with Android devices. So back to my tail. So yeah, again, I bought the JLabs thinking I'd start lower end. And then because of the issues I've just said, I ended up buying the Powerbeats Pro. So the headphones I was going to buy in the first place. So again, similar to the JLabs, they come in a charge case. These guys don't have the cable built in, so you need to plug in a USB cable into the back. And for these guys, battery life is less. So I believe when fully charged, you get 9 hours per earbud versus the 15 in the JLabs. And I think you get around 30 hours out of the charge case versus 70 in the JLabs. So again, the JLabs win hands down on battery life. And then for sound quality, again, Beats, you think it's they're the top of the range earbuds. It was not as good as a JLab. It felt thinner, tinnier. All the reviews I read said they were kind of, Beats are typically bass heavy. These guys were not. They felt quite tinny to me. I just compared to the JLabs, the sound was instantly inferior. You kind of switch from one to the other. The JLabs for me felt like they were leagues ahead, which is bizarre because everyone raves about the Powerbeats Pro. But for me, they just sounded, it was a real thinner sound. And also the fit for me wasn't as snug. So the tips are angled differently. So I'll try and zoom in with these guys. If you can see that, it's a strange angled tip. And I could never quite get them, well, they were comfortable, but again, not as comfortable as the JLabs. They would sit in the ear fine and they wouldn't fall out, but there would be some movement. And I tried all the different kind of tips that come with them. And both sets of earbuds come with multiple tips. Again, the JLab ones fitted perfectly. The Powerbeats Pro fitted fine, but there was a bit of movement. And it was just disappointing that, I decided to upgrade to the Powerbeats Pro at £170 and the sound wasn't as good. They are to date my primary set of workout sports headphones, mainly because they do have button controls that work. So again, if we zoom back in, you've got these kind of buttons on the top. You can just about see in there. They rock the volume back and forth, and the actual Beats logo, which you can see on the front there, just shining in the light, that is another button. So each headset has pretty much got 3 buttons, which will do volume up and down. It will track skip, it will pause. You can answer phone calls, cancel phone calls, and they work flawlessly. So I know Beats are owned by Apple. I expected, if anything, they would work better with Apple than the JLabs, but actually it was the Powerbeats Pro that worked seamlessly with my Apple devices and Android. So really frustrating, but I'm keeping the the Powerbeats Pro purely for ease of use. So the Bluetooth connectivity is great. It's never dropped out to date. For sports, they fit fine. They're never going to fall out. They're just not as snug as the JLabs, but you've got the controls in each ear which work flawlessly. So go out for a jog, never need to get my phone out. I can just use the earbuds to do everything, which is really, really great. So yeah, overall, both sets of earbuds, if I had the choice and started over again, I probably wouldn't have bought the JLabs. They have by far the better sound, but overall, I find these guys are better purely for the controls. If you're not fussed about the controls, you just want to put them in, turn your phone on and go for it, then by all means get the JLab. Or if you only use Apple products, again, get the JLab. They work seamlessly in my experience with Apple, and all the controls work. So yeah, go for it. However, if you are an Android user, I would recommend something else. It's just too glitchy for me, which is a real shame because, like I said before, the sound quality was absolutely fantastic. It is better than the Powerbeats Pro. It's just if you want the full controls in your ear whilst you're out and about, which I do, then it doesn't work for Android. It's a real shame. I mean, maybe they fix it now in the latest version, but in the ones I got this year, well, 2020, it just didn't work. So yeah, that's it really. I bought both sets. I decided to go a bit cheaper to get the JLabs, and yeah, the sound is much better on these. They are the JLab Epic Air Sport, but the Powerbeats Pro wireless, as an overall set of wireless sports headphones, those guys are the winners. The sound, it's not bad. It's good, but it's not as good as the JLabs. But yeah, you get the great connectivity, and you can use all the functions that you paid for. So it's a no-brainer really. So yeah, I'm keen to hear what other guys have had in their experience of these products. So if you are a JLab user and you found that they work better for you, then please leave a comment and let me know how you got on. Yeah, that's all from me, guys. I hope it's been helpful for guys out there that are like me, looking to invest in wireless headsets for running. Yeah, by all means, they're both good headsets, but take into account what I've just walked through. The main issue with the JLabs is the connectivity in the buttons. It just did not work for me. Great. Until next time, guys, stay tuned.